Hello, my friend. As you know, I try so many makeup products every month, and honestly, a lot of it I never even really get to share with you. So I want to end that today. I have the cute, I have the cute or poop finale for last month, all the products that I tried for last month. We're just gonna go rapid fire through these products and I'm gonna tell you whether they were cute or poop. If that sounds good to you, if you want like a ton of makeup reviews as quickly as possible, if that's your thing, hang tight, we're getting into it right now. I introduced Cute or Poop not that long ago. It's something that my family says that's super goofy, and I got these little plushies to go with it. And that's how we're going to just discuss these products. There's a time and a place for very in-depth reviews, and I still love doing those, but sometimes you just want to know if something's good or not. So that's what we're doing today, and we're going to start with the Flower Beauty products that I tried, that I did a first impression on. I also got some new Flower Beauty products. So let's start with the complexion products. I tried the foundation stick. Unfortunately, this one is still poop. I really don't like this. In the video, I tried it with the primer on this side. I have used it since then with just the stick, and honestly, I just don't like the way it looks on my skin. I feel like it makes my pores look like they're bigger. It makes my wrinkles look like they're deeper, and it's kind of a thicker formula, even if I try to share it out with a beauty blender. So this one, unfortunately, is going to stay a poop. This one, however, that I purchased after that video was created, the Light Illusion Luminous Makeup. This one is definitely cute. I really like this one a lot. The only thing I don't like about it is that I feel like it doesn't apply very evenly with a brush. It looks kind of streaky with my brushes that I have. So what I do is I apply it with a brush and then I tap it out with a beauty blender. It's just one extra step, but it gives me the most beautiful, natural looking, glowy finish. It's gorgeous. It's just a beautiful, beautiful light to medium coverage foundation. So if that's something you're looking for, highly recommend this. All right, the blush, I only tried this one shade in Peach Primrose, and this one is still a cute. Lasting power was a little bit on the weaker side, but it's not a complete deal breaker for me because the color is beautiful, the way that it applies is beautiful. I really, really like it a lot overall, so definitely a win on this one. All right, the highlighter palette. I can't compare this to my high-end highlighters. I just can't. It's just not as good. It's not as smooth onto the skin. It's a little more powdery. It doesn't meld into the skin as much, but the lasting power is pretty good on it. I really like the shades in it, and it's fine. It's kind of in between a cute and a poop. We're gonna go cute on it, even though it's definitely not my favorite. I think that there are definitely some better drugstore highlighters out there. I think the Wet n Wild ones are better especially, but I mean, it's good, it's just not great. This was one that was highly recommended by the community, and I have some sad news for you. This one's going to be a poop, and I'm really sorry. I know some people are gonna be upset with me. This is the Blush Bomb by Flower Beauty, the Color Drops for Cheeks. It's just a pain in the butt to use. It's just, they're so bright, and I just don't think that this looks good on me. It's just so dark and so bright, and it's hard to, not hard, but it's like an extra step to blend out. I would much rather use something like this than to mess with something like this. It's just too much work. And I'm sorry to those that love this because I know a lot of people really love this. If you have tips for how you like to use this that you enjoy, please leave them down below. Maybe there's something that I haven't tried, but for me, this is just too much work for me. I can get it to look good, but I don't enjoy it enough. It's a poop. The mascara, it's okay. It's another one that's just average. This is called the Lash Warrior. It's just okay. I think if you already have naturally long, naturally full lashes, you'll probably really like this because it'll add some nice length and volume for you. It's pretty good, but I don't think it's good enough for the price. I think that you can find better drugstore mascaras out there. There are so many good ones from various brands, so this one is gonna be a poop for me. There are some products from the line that I do want to continue trying that I don't feel like I tried enough during the month for me to give you a fair assessment, and I'd rather test them just a little bit longer. The Flower Beauty Light Illusion Powder, the brow pencil, I did trade out the shade, but I haven't used it much since I traded out the shade, so we're gonna hold off on that. Also with the primer, with the illuminating primer, I want to use this with more foundation, so we're gonna hold off on that. And the concealer, I honestly just forgot about. So we're gonna put those back in the box and continue trying those for next month. Another complexion product that I tried that was sent to me in PR that I really, really didn't like was the Makeup Revolution Stick Foundation. I have the shade F4. This one is, I think, even worse than the Flower Beauty one. It's just super cakey on the skin. It doesn't look pretty. It's just not a pretty foundation. So this one's gonna be a huge poop. Another first impression video that I did on the Urban Decay Brow Endowed. I did hear like the razor one, whatever razor product that they had that's supposed to be like microblading is amazing. I did not get that one. Of course I didn't get the good one. I got the one that's like a pain in the butt to use. It's just not worth it. I mean, does it work? Yeah. But it's just not worth it. In case you didn't see the review, it does have a lash primer, not lash, but brow primer on one side. You brush that through your brows, and on the other side, you do have a brow color. And I really like the wands on these. I just feel like it's kind of a pain in the butt to use. You have to be very careful with how much of the color you apply or else it can make a big mess. And I just don't think it's worth the price, and I don't think it's worth the extra effort of the primer for the benefit that you get. Because when you're trying to get ready in the morning, you're trying to go to work, you're trying to do whatever it is you're trying to do for the day, you don't need to be messing with something like this. I mean, unless you enjoy making your makeup routine last a little longer, then you may enjoy this. But for me, it's gonna be a poop. Moving on to the e.l.f. JKissa products. I did purchase all 3 of them. I did put this as my #1 product in the my favorites and fails for last month. So obviously you know already how much I love this palette. I don't necessarily love the color selection for myself, but it's very much her. I can totally see why she picked these colors. But I was so incredibly impressed with the quality of this product. I mean, it went on so pigmented, so easy to blend. It's just a really good product, and I have not had great experiences with e.l.f. products, to be honest with you. If I were her, I would have been very hesitant to work with e.l.f. just because their products notoriously are extremely hit and miss with mostly misses. So I was very pleasantly surprised by this eyeshadow palette. So whatever magic she pulled, whatever magic e.l.f. pulled, I don't know what happened, but they need to keep doing things like this. This is definitely cute. I also got the mascara and the eyeliner. Let's talk about the eyeliner. It is really, really beautiful. I don't use a lot of colorful eyeliners. I don't even use really a whole lot of pencil eyeliners, to be honest with you. I mostly use eyeshadow as eyeliner lately. But if I was going to use a pencil eyeliner, this would definitely be a win. It is absolutely beautiful. It's this gorgeous, like, cobalt, I guess that's like a cobalt dusty blue. It's gorgeous. It's so, so pretty. And it's creamy. It's easy to go on. It actually reminds me a lot of the Urban Decay pencils that I used to have a ton of, but without as much running. I remember when I used to get those 24/7 Glide-On eye pencils from Urban Decay, they would like run down here and I looked like I had raccoon eyes. They were beautiful to go on, lots of color choice, but I had a little bit of trouble with them running. I've not had that problem with this e.l.f. pencil, and I'm very excited about it. Well done, e.l.f. on this. This is definitely cute. Unfortunately, I wasn't as big of a fan of the mascara. I think that it was great of her to do a brown mascara. I thought that was very creative of her. I thought it was a great idea, but I don't think it's a great mascara, unfortunately, especially for me with my really dark hair. It just looks kind of weird on me. I don't know what I was expecting getting a brown mascara. I think I just mostly got it because it was JKissa. That's why I got it, and I was hoping that it would work some magic on my lashes, maybe make them really volumized, really lengthened, and give a really cool effect. Not so much on me, but I think this would look beautiful on a blonde, or I don't know. I don't know who else it would look good on, but it's just not a great mascara formula overall. It is kind of fun, but unfortunately, it's poop. We've got a couple of face products, and then we're gonna do all the eyeshadow palettes that I've been testing. So the Sigma Blush Palette, I have been testing this for quite a while now, and I really, really love this. This is definitely cute. Let me show you the inside of it. It's got a ton of beautiful shades in here. I think this worked for a lot of skin tones, not all skin tones, but probably a lot of skin tones. And I have used all of them except for, I don't believe I've used Tiger Lily. That's, I think, the only one I haven't used just because it's kind of orange. It kind of scares me a little bit. But the other ones are gorgeous. The lasting power is fantastic. They're nice and buildable. They don't go on like super bright clown face craziness, which is what I personally like. I like to be able to build my blushes up, and that's exactly what these do. I did get this in PR, but you know that doesn't matter to me. I'm going to tell you whether it's good or not. And I did really, really, really like this blush palette, and I'm going to continue to use it. I think that it's a great all-in-one product if you don't have a lot of blushes and you just want one thing to grab with a bunch of different really wearable, nice choices. Wearable, I know everyone's definition of wearable is different, but this is my definition of wearable, is this palette, and it's awesome. This Milk Makeup Holographic Stick in Mars, I believe I got in a FabFitFun box. I have been using this so much. If you watched my Assumptions About Me tag that I filmed with my husband, I was wearing this highlighter. I was like, ooh, I'm distracted by my glow or something like that. And it really is beautiful. It's not a super bright from space highlighter, but it gives you a nice soft glow that looks quite natural, but isn't a wimp. It's definitely packs a little bit of a punch, but a very natural punch. And I think part of it has to do with just the cream formula itself, but it doesn't look stripy at all. It looks very nice, just settled into the skin. It's absolutely gorgeous and really, really love it a lot. This is definitely cute. All right, lots and lots of eyeshadow palettes. We're gonna go with Golden Gatsby. I had done a cute or poop on this, or a first impression, I guess, on this. I still don't like it. I didn't like it then, I don't like it now, and I'm very disappointed. You know when you go out on a date with somebody, right? Well, it's been a while since I've been on a date with someone that wasn't my husband, but you know, you go out on a date with somebody and you're like, you know what? I don't really wanna go out with you again. I'm not a fan of you. Like at all. That's the way I feel about LA Splash right now. It's like I had high hopes in you. You looked really pretty. You had some potential. You know, lots of good things going on here, but no. The shadows just didn't blend nicely on the eye. The pigmentation was a little bit weird. These two colors are very, very similar on the eye, which it's an odd choice. I do really like the mint julep shade. That one's pretty fun. But other than that, I mean, it's just like, meh. Wah, wah, wah. I got these 3 palettes from LORAC. They're all very, very good palettes. We have Brazen, Elegance, and Unfiltered, and they're the Unzipped collection. This was part of their winter launch. This one is called Brazen, and then here is Elegance there, and then Unfiltered here. I've used them quite a bit, and I do really, really like them a lot. I'm a big fan of LORAC eyeshadows overall. The only thing is they're really pretty typical color selections. I mean, how many times have we seen this color scheme? Like 102 at least. And so, I mean, are there anything, you know, that you need to run out and get them and you need them in your life? No, but if you don't have something of this color scheme and they're calling to you, definitely cute. I just realized I completely forgot to show you the Sun's Blazin' palette from Flower Beauty. That was also part of that review. I do really, really like this palette a lot. I think the quality of the shadows is excellent. It doesn't seem and feel and work like a drugstore eyeshadow palette. It works very, very well. The only thing is that the colors are very vibrant and loud, so be prepared. If you're gonna get this, just be prepared for the bam, you know? You know, you have to know what you're buying when you're getting it, that you're getting orange and yellow eyeshadows and rusty reds and browns. If that's not you, you're not gonna like it, but quality-wise, it's excellent, definitely cute. The Jeffree Star Androgyny palette, I did get this in my Jeffree Star mystery bag that I got at holiday time, and I'm really enjoying this a lot. The quality is excellent, blendability is excellent. It's taken me a little while to kind of get used to some of the shades. There are still 3 shades I have not used, which is this one, and this one over here, but I will dip into them, I will. But I can talk about all of the rest of the shadows, and I'm very, very much enjoying them. I think the quality is excellent, and they're very easy to use. I did use it on my eyes today just a little bit, but I mixed it with the chocolate gold palette, and it mixed very well with those shadows. I hadn't mixed it with that palette before. Really, really like the way the look came out, and they're just easy to use. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it other than they're just good quality eyeshadows. It's kind of a weird selection of colors, but you know, if you can find use for them, definitely. Highly recommend, definitely cute. And then finally, Anastasia, Beverly Hills Riviera Palette. Still very much a cute. I still really love this palette. I have been enjoying this a lot this past month. I'm especially loving the purple shade Can down here, really loving that. Seychelles I've been loving as well. I've really been using a lot of Mediterranean. I've reached for Palm a lot with other eyeshadow palettes, like for example, with the Jeffree Star Blue Blood palettes. This guy right here. I feel like, we'll get into the full review of this another day, but there's a lot of blue in here. Did Jen not realize how much blue is in here? There's a lot of blue in here, and I feel like using the brown from the Palm shade from the Anastasia palette is a really nice balance for some of the blues that are in there, and I have done that, and it looks gorgeous. It's just a really fun color selection. I've loved every single look I've created with this. I feel like creating looks with this is pretty mindless. I don't have to think a ton, like what color's gonna go good together, what colors won't look good together, what's gonna muddy together. I don't have to think, I can just go. And that's why I really love this. High quality, long lasting, just fantastic palette. Everything I want in a palette is this palette. It's wonderful. So that is it for Cute or Poop this month. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you found it helpful. I do hope to do one of these every month as long as I have a good selection of products to share with you that I haven't shared with you in other ways. Definitely give me your feedback on this video down below. I would love to know in the comments. And I would also love to know in the collective brain of makeup awesomeness where we help each other not to buy crap and to buy things that are totally worth it. I would love to know your thoughts about any of the products that I've shared with you here. I would love to know what you think of them. How do you use them? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Is there something else I need to try on the ones that you disagree with me on? Is there something that I said was great and you were like, nah, I don't agree because of X, Y, and Z? Let me know. I would love to read about it. Thank you so much for watching. Mad love to you, and I will see you in a video very, very soon.